And we're back. Mike Cernovich. Cernovich.com. Mueller. Mueller. I don't know how to say his name. Apparently, he's not going to indict Trump, according to Rudy. According to Rudy Giuliani, Mueller is not going to indict Trump. Is Rudy bluffing or isn't he? We'll see. But the broader point, which I said from the beginning, is that you can't actually indict a president. This is known as the unitary executive. It goes back to original constitutional separated powers. A lesser officer can't indict the president of the United States. If you don't like the president, they go, well, then how dare you say, no, you can't. It's been understood. This is not like a novel legal issue. I'm an attorney, constitutional law scholar. This is like common law. You learn this when you take common law in law school, is that the executive power is vested in one president, and the prosecutorial power is vested in the executive, and the executive is the president. You see your syllogism? This isn't very hard. So what happens is the media preys on people's legal ignorance and has been telling people, oh, maybe Mueller indict. He can't. If you don't like Trump, you got to impeach him. This is like basic common law. By the way, yeah, the special counsel is literal, like who's got a constitution handy? The executive powers are vested in the president. You know how if you're a 4-star general, you know who you answer to? Oh, POTUS. Oh, so a 4-star general can't declare war on the commander-in-chief, right? By the way, a lot of people are saying, welcome back. You're welcome. A lot of people. Enough with that. So a lot of people going, welcome back. You've been boring. People say I got boring. Good. Because I've been telling people for so long, Mueller can't indict Trump. Am I supposed to say this every day? Every time the news has a big headline, I'm supposed to be like, the news headline says this is an attack on a president. And no, it's just he can't. Mueller can't. He literally can't indict Trump. Okay, it's literally illegal. It's unconstitutional. He can't do it. If he doesn't like it, he issues a report, and he gives the report to Congress, and then they issue articles of impeachment. That's checks and balances. Just like, did you know the president can't issue a line item veto? Why? Because of constitutional separation of powers. The legislative power. So for those of you who don't, by the way, I'm not being smug and dismissive to those of you who are earnest and want to learn. I'm just being sort of smug and dismissive of the fake news media, and they don't understand any kind of just basic legal principles, right? So the line item veto is unconstitutional. Why? Because the legislative power is vested in the Congress. Trump and no president can overrule the Supreme Court. Why? Because the judicial power is vested in the Supreme Court. Now, there is an exception. If the Supreme Court has issued a decision interpreting a statute, then Congress may overrule that Supreme Court decision based on a statute because the legislative power is vested in Congress and the courts interpret the statute. However, Congress may not overrule the Supreme Court's ruling of a constitutional law matter because the judicial power, which includes the power to interpret the Constitution, is vested in the judiciary. See, this is like separation of powers, but you're never going to learn this if you watch the news. You're never going to say that, well, there are 3 branches of government. Okay, but it's constitutionally separated power, separation of powers. This is what the American legal system, separation of powers and federalism, the differentiation between a federal matter and a state matter. Now, because of the Wickard versus Filburn and all the Commerce Clause cases and Gonzalez versus Raich, other cases like that, the line South Dakota versus Dole, spending clause. How many people even know spending clause? So federalism is sort of a dead letter for the most part, but that is what the government was founded on. Separated powers between 3 branches. Why? Well, because as the founding fathers said, you want them, because people are power hungry, so you want the power hungry people all competing with each other for the power. It's the beauty of the government system we have, the constitutionally separated powers. Congress, if you gave prosecutorial power to Congress, you're going to trust Adam Schiff, right? if you get, so you want to limit the powers of each branch of government, and then it's worked for us. So, of course, I'm not really surprised. Not really surprised by this. What's on your mind, people? Here, I'm going to read your comments. Now, it's been a while. People go, where you been? I'm working on stuff. I did a great seminar on Saturday, filmed my video course. I've been really busy. They're just the new stuff every day, the 3-4 videos a day. And you're like, what does it even matter? It's not even like big. Like Mueller not indicting Trump, that's like a big development. So that's the kind of thing that, I'll talk about, big developments here and there. But just like random developments here and there, it's just like boring, guys. And I know that I'm needed because there's so many liars, so much dishonesty, right? So I feel like there's so many people doing really good work too. Jax, Ali, there's so many people doing good work. I want to, do in my lane. Do in my lane was good for me, but I'm going to take some of your questions. Let me read some of your questions. You like your mindset? Yeah. So I've been doing a lot of mindset stuff, people. Why? Because I did mindset long before I did politics and media. I got into politics and media with a mindset message, and then I left mindset and was just doing media all the time. And now I'm going back to doing more mindset. I'm finding a balance, finding the balance of what I do best, what people want. Is always a struggle. So what did I do? I filmed it's a great class. I filmed it on Saturday. We had a good time, fantastic time actually, and had some major breakthroughs. It isn't just guerrilla mindset. The new stuff I'm doing is not guerrilla mindset. The new stuff I'm doing is it is based on the proposition that you've read and applied guerrilla mindset to your life. And then you take this new stuff and you fold it in. It's like advanced. People are having major breakthroughs, myself included. By the way, the universe has been talking to me. Just, a lot of people want, super chat's coming. I forget always. Yes, you can super chat me. Ryan says, why don't you do an expose on our aid of Saudi Arabia and the Yemeni genocide? Ryan, you know that I've talked about that repeatedly. Saudi Arabia and the Yemeni, they're killing Yemeni Christians. I thank you for the super chat, Ryan. But I've talked about it repeatedly. In fact, what made me pro-Zionist is that I always noticed that people criticize Israel, but never criticize Saudi Arabia or Qatar. And I was like, well, if you want to criticize Israel and Qatar and Saudi Arabia and Syria, then that tells me, that you're just an intelligent person who is able to critique everyone. But if you're only criticizing Israel, but you're not criticizing the Yemeni genocide, then, that kind of tells me something about you. So I have always criticized Saudi Arabia and brought attention to that. Jay Dizzle, Tony Podesta closed his lobbying shop. It was doing $20 million a year. He's just laying low, hoping Mueller leaves him alone. He had the biggest lobbying shop in DC, and he closed it down abruptly. Yeah, Office of Mike. Right now, there are so many great people doing great work that, my Office of Mike, Shapiro's even doing good stuff. Shapiro's got his team of people doing, Daily Caller's doing good stuff. Oh, I meant to bring up the biggest cultural change that we've been responsible for. And this is, the difference between most people is they quit before they win. So here, just let me explain the Cernovich mindset to help people understand why I do what I do. Most people, when it gets hard, they quit. Oh, can't do it, I quit. Me, when I feel like I've achieved what I set out to achieve, then I quit because I'm like, dude, I've done it. Yesterday, Fox News covered that Chris Kaliza sniper scope. By the way, the fake news media said I found that actually no, it was Ryan Ceveda, who's doing great work, who's Hispanic. And he works for Shapiro, who's Jewish, and people are calling this kid a white supremacist. That's how dumb it is. I read now that an editor at a college newspaper is going to refer to me as a white supremacist. And people are like, dude, where does that even, like, I live in a biracial family. Where's that even come? I'm like, I don't know, man. They just, what they do is, but they you know, they always just got to find like some kind of new sort of, that Cyber down there, she's a little messy though. I don't want to put her on camera. Sean will be mad at me. Like, I live in a biracial family, dude. I don't even know where that comes. Some of the stuff I get it. Some of the stuff I'm like, no, that's just not even based in anything. So for me, we have changed the culture where now Fox News is covering they're covering now that Chris Khaleesi thing. Right? Without crosshairs. That never would have percolated. Right? Conservative media, Fox News media never would have covered that. But they realize now, I mean, if a Fox News reporter had done that for Obama, there would have been boycotts. Media Matters would have been lining up. Oh my God, this is the KKK has taken over and everything. And the biggest cultural change that we, all of us, not just me, that all of us, and of course, Andrew Breitbart, RIP, who, by the way, is Jewish, would probably be calling anti-Semite today. I bet you, if Andrew Breitbart were around today, he'd be calling anti-Semite. But the biggest change we've made is we are now holding the liberals to the same standards they hold conservatives to. They are now holding, right? That's major. This is new. For those of you that, you know, got into this stuff new and you don't really know, a year ago, that Chris Khaleesi, you know, sniper scope picture, that never would have made it up to Fox News. But they've realized, like, well, I mean, if one of us did it, if Hannity had done that, there'd be boycotts like, oh my God, it would have been catatonic. Is that the right word I'm looking for? It'd have been catatonic. And they realized, okay, so why don't we make them abide by the rules that they make us abide by? Seems pretty, you know, pretty straightforward. Here, come on up here. She's a little messy right now. She's not crying. She's a little messy. Hey. So that's the thing is, why don't you just, so that's brand new. That is brand new. That's the major cultural change. So here's what I see. I'm dead. I'm dead. I am irrelevant now. I'm irrelevant. I am old news. Office of Mike, Ryan Saveda, Amber Attlee, the Daily Caller people. All these people are doing like way better work than I'm doing. So for me, I'm like, all right, you know, I set out to accomplish certain things and I've accomplished them. John Conyers, congressman, resigned because of me. How many people in their entire journalistic career, let's just be honest, right? Can we be honest for a minute? How many journalists in their entire career will be able to say that directly because of their reporting, a congressman resigned? Well, I can. So we got a congressman resigned. We have now made a cultural shift. We now have people like Ali. Kanye's reading Ali. The hell's for me to do? Right? So Kanye's watching Ali. Kanye's watching Kanye, Scott Adams. You got, you know, our office of Mike, the Orthodox guy with the big fuzzy hat. We're having all these, you know, things. So for me, I'm like, dude, all these people are doing amazing work. What am I doing? I amplify them. I've amplified a lot of these. I'm not going to take credit for anybody. I'm not taking credit for anybody. But those who ever write the history books will say that Mike Cernovich promotes people. They will say that Mike Cernovich took a lot of people who had no followers, a few followers, and just built them up and retweeted them and said, follow them, and just over and over and over again. That is, if an accurate accounting of the Mike Cernovich story will include that. But you still have to do good work. I mean, so for me, I'm like, dude, life is, you know, I've done it. Hold on. So for me, I'm like, dude, I gotta do other stuff now. I gotta go move on. I have to move on to, so there's like what is this? Okay. So I have to move on to like other stuff. So I've been moving on to the next evolution. Allie, is Allie still in here? Allie, what'd you think of my seminar? Allie is here. Allie, what did you think of my new material? So Allie, Yellow Red Spark. See, we're all friends now. That was another thing I did. Bada means gimme in Farsi. I know the white supremacist Mike Cernovich's Farsi-speaking daughter. These people, they're such idiots. That's the whole thing is I can't even pretend to be angry at they're just idiots, right? And on the one hand, they have all this like power they shouldn't have, but they're just buffoons, right? They're not even, just not even, what they say doesn't make sense. So yeah, we have, new material, new content. There's just all this stuff going on. So we've done what I wanted. We bridged the gap between Twitter and real life. Nobody was doing that before me. All these Twitter meetups and things we did, the deplorable, the Night for Freedom. Oh, by the way, there might be another Night for Freedom in New York, July 7th. Mr. Nick Town, thank you. What are we expecting from the Inspector General report and when? The Inspector General report is ready actually anytime. So I told you what to expect. It's going to be a blockbuster. A draft of the long-awaited report is done. Okay, so the report is done. That's why I said follow Saveda. REALSAAVEDRA. Follow Ryan's. So right now, boom. So OIG report is going to be out. Yeah, so for me, next challenge, right? So GorillaMind.com, great facial products. That's why I'm looking a little young here. I don't know if you can. I'm going to shave. When I shave my face, you wouldn't believe it. Gorilla, GorillaMind.com, GorillaMind.com. Be sure to pick up your great products there. So Office Mike can't wait. Yeah, so we're planning a New York event. July 7th. And we're working on the hoax premiere. There's just a lot going on. There's a lot going on. But I'm catching up with you. I enjoy our conversations. Oh, I meant to tell you. Today I was just... This is why I'll tell you the real story why I did a video. I'll tell you the truth. Honest to God, I'll tell you the truth. So every day I wake up and I think, why do you do this? Literally every day. I don't need this drama. People lying about me. People trying to get me murdered. People fabricating things about me. Every day I'm like, I don't need this. People complaining because I have an amazing facial skincare product at GorillaMind.com. GorillaMind.com. Gorilla Mind is missing an L. Gorilla has 2 L's. And I was walking to the beach. This is a true story, by the way. And I was just feeling a little, I don't know what to say, down. Maybe down isn't the word. But I was feeling just a little, like, what's the point, dude? Why do you deal? Every day people lie about me. People, death threats, the whole thing. And I was like, why do you do this? And I was walking. And as I'm walking down, someone goes, Mike, how you doing? Love your stuff. And he was with his wife and son. And he goes, love your stuff. You're doing great work for America. And I was like, wow. I was like, really, it was like the universe or God, people go, do you believe in God? I'm starting to, guys. Don't freaking evangelize to me. It doesn't work. All these people call me up. If you accepted Jesus Christ, I'm like, look, trust me, buddy, that ain't going to work. I grew up with that. What has me thinking about God and Christianity is just the level of satanic stuff that I see every day. So I don't, the whole, accept Jesus, trust me. I grew up around that. Ali heard the full stories about me growing up, right? The demonic possessions and all that. Believe me, I know the Bible way better than you do, okay? But when I just look around at the satanic forces everywhere I look, well, if there's a satanic force, then it sounds like the Bible, right? Because everywhere you look, it's just demonic. Just evil. You even feel like they're just coming at you, right? Just these evil forces. And that's bringing me to God, whatever God is. But anyway, so guy goes, Cody was his name, is it? I said, that's nice. And then I was walking, and then I stopped to take a picture with me and lovely Syra on my Instagram. Instagram.com/CERNOVICH. Instagram.com/CERNOVICH. And I got an email, and a guy said, I went to your seminar. I'm not going to, give the full thing, but he just said it was like major breakthrough. So I'm thinking, that's why I do it for you. That's what you people got to understand. I've made money before. Trust me, there's not much money in this. I can pay my bills, but the downside versus the upside of what I'm doing, the upside is like very not high. The upside is not high. The downside is like, we will kill you. That is the downside. The downside are people, oh God, that's going to get edited. People are like, Cernovich, I heard you say a video where he said you're going to kill people. That's another thing too. My own fans ask me about dumb edited videos of me. Like, do you not know how, these are my fans. So I'm like, do you not know that you could just clip things together, right? So yeah, that'll be somebody, 5 years, some people like, Cernovich, I heard you say we'll kill you on a video. I can't believe it. I thought I knew you. I trusted you. Now you're saying you're going to, it's like, oh my God, just go away. That's another thing too. Of like, your own fans. It ain't the haters that bring me down. It's just my own fans who are just dumb. Not you guys, obviously, but the people who are like asking me dumb things. Did you say you're going to kill people? I heard a video. It said you're going to kill people. So that's why I do it. I do it for you people. Because I can be doing a lot of other things. That's why I always love when people like, you're shilling. I'm like, oh my God, do you know how much more money I was making before I did this stuff? I'll show you my tax returns. I'm making way more money. Yeah, so, okay, is it just me or is that Stormy Daniels guy? Why is Gorilla missing a letter? Because Syra grabbed it and threw it on the floor and the L fell off. And then I didn't even notice it was missing a letter until people asked me why it was missing a letter. Didn't really know. So that's why there's no like good reason. It's not like a strategic typo. Are you bored with this? Okay, what else is on your guy? Oh, what else? Oh, intellectual dark web. Maybe we'll do another video on that. Intellectual dark web. It's funny. They're making they're making a move common to people who are newly famous, which is you go from, the media hates you to the media loves you, and then you start listening to what the media says you should do, but really you need to listen to your backers. Right, that's like the big mistake people make is that they let other people get in their ears and not realizing that, no, you want to listen to the people who support you. You don't want to listen to your haters because your haters are always give you this advice. Your haters always say, hey, man, hey, you need to, disavow this guy, or you need to, clarify this. It's like, dude, you've never supported me. You never will. I could disavow 100 things and you will never support me. You will never back me. You're just trying to slow me down. And that's the whole issue. So people, but then you get famous and you realize, no, they're leading you into a trap. They're definitely leading you into a trap. Gorilla Mindset, Mental Primer for your future books. Okay, so Gorilla Mindset is the book. I think the next book or the course, I'm releasing a video course in about 6 to 8 weeks. And the book is going to become the story of you, or becoming the story of you, something like that. And we're going to talk about the relationship between your mindset, how you define your identity based on story, and how you can rewrite your story using the mindset and storytelling techniques that we have here. So that's where we're new. That's where we're headed. That's where the art's headed new. Where people are having like major revelations. So there is this. So people are having a good time and everything. So that's what we got going on. Oh, if you're on YouTube, hit the like button. Facebook, if you're on Facebook, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. If you're on Facebook, YouTube, like and subscribe. I don't know. Periscope, tap the screen. I don't know. All right, what's going on? Let me read your comments. Okay, what's going on? Synchronicity is everywhere. Oh, I mean, that was the whole thing, is right as I was feeling a little down, right at that moment, it was actually like a voice from the angels. You know, right as I was feeling a little down, something just said, go to the beach and take a walk and bring Syra and bring Julius. So there's a local beach I go to. It just like clicked. And right as I'm walking down there, right as I get there, thinking, why do you even do this, dude? What's the point, man? What's the point? Feeling a little sorry for myself. Why? I have no reason to feel sorry for myself. But it's because as an artist, you're always low when you're high. This is what people don't understand about art. You're always low when you're high. And by that, I mean, when you're about to make a new breakthrough, right? You feel weak and broken down because that's what happens before a breakthrough. You don't climb a mountain and feel at your best at the top of the mountain, right? When you're at the mountain, you feel the best when you're at base camp. You're like, oh, I'm climbing the mountain. Everything's good. Everything is good. Yeah, having the time of my life. I love climbing mountains. Oh, wow. And suddenly you're like, oh, God, I'm tired. Oh, I feel sick. Oh, my God, why am I doing this? This is a bad idea, right? That's what happens when you climb mountains. And life is just climbing a mountain. So that's what happens. You go, then the self-doubt creeps in, right? Please quit telling me Twitter gulag. I don't need 50 times, guys. Okay? That's the stuff that gets you blocked. So another thing is people like, they DM me like 50 times. Okay, I'll get to it. I'm in the middle of a story and you're interrupting me to talk about yourself, right? Like, we get it. Okay, we'll get to you. But if you're interrupting me, and this is the thing to keep in mind, if you're interrupting me to tell me about yourself, then that probably tells me that whatever happened you deserved. Even if you don't deserve it, that tells me like, wow, this person doesn't even have the basic human decency and social skills to let me finish my story before going, me, get to me, me. And then I'm, right? And then I'm probably like, well, whatever happened, you probably asked for it, you know? So when you're climbing a mountain, when you initially start off, you don't want to quit when you first start, right? You want to quit when you're near the top because every step then becomes geometrically harder. You haven't eaten, you know, your food's not digesting, your feet hurt, you have a blister, you're chafed, whatever. So you never want to quit when you start. You want to quit when you're almost about to win. That's the problem. People quit on themselves too soon. Everybody's like, yeah, I'm going to start this thing in life. I'm going to just get going to it. I'm going to start doing it. I feel good. And then they feel bad. And then they go, well, I feel bad. Therefore, I must be doing the wrong thing. Right? See, that's where the guerrilla mindset stuff kind of comes into this, is that if you're not doing, if you in your mind, because society has brainwashed you, has told you if you don't feel happy, you must be making a mistake. But when you're reaching new heights, that's when you feel the worst, and then the self-doubt creeps in. You go, why are you even doing it? Well, because you're about to hit a new level. That's why. That's why you're about to quit. Because you're about to hit a new level. And that's the mistake. That's the mistake people make, is not realizing that if you don't want to quit, you're probably not doing the right things. Because you want to quit, as human, you want to quit when it gets hard. You want to quit when it gets hard. Who called it? Mike, Gorilla Glue for your mind. That's pretty funny. So angry. Just take a deep breath, Mike. Blocked. Not even angry a little bit, but you're blocked for bad vibes. What's Cyrus saying? Cyrus just watching her cartoon. 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed. 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed. Thank you. I love you guys too. Love you guys too. All right. Now we'll open the forum. What do you guys want to talk about? I'm going to go ahead and read you guys now. What are your questions? Yeah, I like working out too. Same thing. When you start a set, if you're going to do like 10 or 12 reps, the first 5 don't even count, right? Because you're just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They don't count until they hurt. That's life. You don't start counting the reps until it hurts. In life, you don't count what you're doing as progress until it hurts. Right now, man, I'm hurting, beat up, bad. Why? Because I'm reaching new levels that people thought were impossible to reach. And if I didn't have my mindset training and my gorilla mindset techniques, then I would quit. I'd be like, I'm just broken. I must be doing the wrong thing. It's not natural to feel this way. Oh, sure it is. It's natural to feel this. Here's a good one. User handle Trump piece of dog SHIT. You're a Nazi, do Trump tard. Been listening to my podcast, great stuff. Yeah, there's a whole, I'm relaunching books, podcasts, the whole thing. So right now, here's what I'm working on. Getting a collection of all my best essays edited into a new book. So the best podcasts, the best essays I've ever done, getting that edited into a new book. Hoaxed. Rough cut is going to be in my hands mid-June. Oh, I also did a masterclass type of thing. Guerrilla Mindset Storytelling Seminar / class. So that's in the works. 3. A Night for Freedom, New York, July 7th. 4. Hoax Premiere, 5. Audacity, 6. Right now. So I'm working on 6 major projects that would take most people a year. So of course I'm beat down. Right? In addition to the commentary stuff, the monitoring things, just the day-to-day, the day-to-day work. So of course. That's how you know. Caddy with the super chat. Thank you. I and my friends seem to feel out of sorts. Not sure why, but it feels like a shift inside. Is this a global shift? I'm thinking a deep spiritual shift in global energies. Yeah, you're right. No, there was a spiritual shift that began about 6 weeks. And then Kanye happened. So there was a rift. There was a rift in the energy, and then Kanye comes through that rift like a dragon. If you think about the metaphors, that all makes sense, right? It makes total sense. Whenever in mythology, when there's a rift in reality, dragons come through. So Kanye came through that. And that's why a lot of people feel off. Major energy shift. And the higher consciousness you are, the higher level you are, the more acutely you feel the shift. So if you're a higher level thinker and you're really connected, then you're going to feel, right? Then you're going to feel the shift more acutely. If you're lower level, you won't even feel it at all. It just all depends on where you are. All depends on where you're at. Does it bother you when Alex Jones interrupts during interviews? No, but it changes the flow. That's the problem. So here's the issue when I go and I talk with Alex is, I've been going for, how long have we been going now? 30 minutes without a break, no commercials? 34 minutes. So I've been streaming for 34 minutes without commercial break, without pausing to catch my breath. I can go forever. And that's when I have my best insights. So with Alex, you feel like you got to make your point before he interjects with his point, and then his point goes a different way. So it doesn't bother me. It just changes. Syra looks so cute. Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Syra, here, let's go. Oh, monkey's on the bed. She's, She's great too because it's like mythology. Well, what was the story where the guy he wrestled the bull kept getting bigger? Oh, how'd you get on here? Hold on, give me this. What are you doing, kid? You're clicking on the pop-ups. Here, let's get you menu, okay? There's menu. Okay, so Syra, I take her, she hikes on the front. So it's like as she gets bigger, it's like better exercise for me. So my calves right now are huge. I can't really show them to you. She's sitting on my lap. My calves are like gigantic right now because we go hiking all the time. And 5 days a week at least. So I carry her, and then as she gets bigger, then my calves get bigger, get stronger. So it's like a mythology, like a Greek mythology thing. Yeah, Ali did a great speech that I retweeted. He's doing well. So yeah, I mean, everybody is playing at a higher level, which is another, yeah, carrying the bull. Yeah, what was the name of the character though? The Minotaur. So he carried the bull, and then he got stronger, and then he could carry the full bull, and then he went to fight like the Minotaur. He went on a journey. He went on the hero's journey to fight the Minotaur, and then he went into a labyrinth, and to avoid getting lost in the labyrinth, he had to put a string through it. What mythological story is that? Why are so many of us? Everybody's playing at a higher level too. Ali's leveled up. Even Shauna said that. And Shauna's like, I don't want to say, Shauna's critical. Quack, quack, quack. Do you want to say 5 little ducks? Quack, quack, quack. Do you want to do, let's find 5 little ducks. So yeah, Shauna's, Shauna's critical. So if you, quack, quack. So if you impress Shauna, you're doing well. And I said, you know what I've always respected about Ali? And don't interpret this the wrong way, people. God, somebody's going to say, oh my God. No. Don't, let me finish before you interpret it. But I don't respect intelligence, and I don't respect talent. I respect hustle. That is what I respect. And Ali hustles. He is all, and it's a shame that that's become like a bad word. The hustle as a negative. That guy is always on the move. What do you want to do now? I'm going to get you 5 little ducks, okay? Here, let me get you on my computer. Hold on. So Ali is always, that's what I respect people who are hustling. And that's what Shauna said. Shauna said he did, we released these new videos. And she goes, wow, this is like really good. I said, everybody's playing at a higher level. And that's that's part of the energy shift too. But before you can play at that higher level, right? Before you can play at that higher level. Uh-oh, 5 little ducks. Whoa, where? Uh-oh. You're going to miss out on the ducks? So that's what I respect. I respect people who are just hustling every day trying to make it happen. Because you got to. There's really no choice. This world, if you're either on it every day or you're going to be left behind. You're going to be left. What are the attacks on Jordan Peterson? I don't really have an attack on Jordan Peterson. Jordan Peterson is, has his flaws like all people, but society is so lost that people like Jordan Peterson are needed more than ever because, and I tweeted this out the other day, is you can't look up to people anymore. Like the boomers are not aspirational people. They aren't, they aren't wise people. All right, Facebook. If you're on Facebook, go to gorillamind.com. Okay, hold on. So hold on, I got to close. Don't worry, guys. I got to close this. Syra's going to watch her, she's going to watch her little ducks. Here you go. Hold on. All right. 5 little ducks is her, look at her face. This is how you know she's intense. She's got Syra has it, man. She has dad's genes. This is like an intense child. She's like, yeah, I'm into it. I'm into whatever I'm doing. Fierce. Focused. She's got it. She's got the it factor. Whatever it is, she has. But I got to teach her mindset, too. It's not enough to have the it factor. You have to have the it factor and the grind, too. Did I get to all the super chats? All right. Well, thank you everybody for the super chats on YouTube. Thank you everybody for periscoping and all that stuff. That quack, quack. Okay, Syra and I are gonna watch the ducks. We're gonna go 5 little ducks. So as always, GorillaMind.com, great skincare product. People have tried it. Dermatologists, everybody. I even had somebody say, I spent $25 for the stuff at a Trader Joe's, and your stuff is way better than that. So if you want to buy the stuff that's like $150 a month, then obviously buy that. But the stuff that is on Amazon or Trader Joe's that's $30 a month, GorillaMind.com, that stuff is because I don't have overhead. You know, it's a different, there's not like shipping and distribution and all that stuff. GorillaMind.com, GorillaMind.com. You want to go see the ducks? We're going to go look.